Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
How I've made it to almost being 30 and I've just somehow never had a boyfriend. Like, I don't know, it's so hard. I just have to like constantly kick them all away from me. Like, get away, you guys. There's so many lining up at the door. It's just like, oh, it's so hard to stay single. Like, oh my God. But I somehow manage it, you guys. Like, I've made it this far. It's quite an impressive feat, if I have to say so myself. But anyways.
How does a woman reach her late 20s or even her 30s without ever having a single boyfriend? No exes, no breakups, no anniversaries, just pure romantic tumbleweeds. You'd think this is rare, right? Like spotting a unicorn on a scooter. But nope, it's surprisingly common. In this video, we're breaking down why some women go their entire lives without ever being in a real relationship. And trust me, the reasons are more revealing than a backless dress on IG. From psychology to modern hookup culture dressed in fake self-love slogans, this rabbit hole goes deep. So take your time watching this. Chapters are in the timeline. Let's jump in.
So today I wanted to talk about relationships, being single, because I have been single my whole life. Never dated, never had a partner, never been in love. And I'm 22. So I'm not a teenager or anything. I'm in my early 20s and I've never experienced any of that.
I've been a member of this community for 20 years now, so I feel qualified to speak on it.
Why has Sophie Creed, how old are you?
I'm 24.
24.
25 in a couple of months.
25 in a couple of months, hasn't been in a relationship.
I'm Jamie, I'm 24 and I've never been in a relationship. I haven't had sex in over 2 years.
I've dated a lot of people, but I've never been somebody's girlfriend. I didn't understand what someone meant when they said they were still figuring out what they were looking for mid-date. Well, why are we here then? I didn't understand how someone could choose to go on regular weekly dates with me, sharing a bed whenever I was convinced to take the 6 train down to Astor Place, which was a lot back then, and then act confused that I had feelings for them. Why are you confused? We've been dating and f***ing for 3 months. How am I the weird one for feeling something in response to that? I spent my early 20s searching for my great young romance, the one I didn't get in high school. Some people I dated were great, but...
Red flag alert.
Here we go. These women who claim they've never had a boyfriend, oh, they've had something. And no, it's not Jesus. They're not virgins, saints, or born-again nuns, which makes this a major red flag. Why?
Why?
Because the dating pool they're now drowning in is a mess they helped flood. Why?
Why?
Because commitment is now optional, but access to the goodies, unlimited. No boyfriend, but plenty of fun. Let's break it down.
Yeah, and I would definitely say that is a newer perspective of like the last couple of years. When I'm thinking back to, 15, 16-year-old Soph, I think some of that was there in terms of, I definitely, if I'm being honest, I was definitely looking for that male attention, male affirmation, wanted to be told that I was pretty by a guy, wanted them to think I was attractive. But there was always kind of something that just knew, as much as I want that, it's then a whole other step to make someone my boyfriend.
Yeah.
So even if, like, let's be honest, like you could not really like someone that much, but still appreciate the fact that, oh, you think I'm good looking or whatever. I think for me, I always was quite like, oh, but I don't know, having a boyfriend feels like quite a big commitment.
Yeah.
And so
like quite a big deal.
I wouldn't want that to just be anyone.
Yes.
But then you kind of are then caught in this weird middle ground of that feeling of, oh, I wouldn't just want it to be anyone, but also still actually wanting the attention and some of the parts that come with maybe what would be involved in being in a relationship. But yeah.
There it is. She said some of the parts that come with being involved in a relationship. Translation, she wanted the dessert without the meal, the table, or even the dude paying for dinner. That's not dating. That's Uber Eats. with extra sauce. You see, a young woman quickly learns male attention is the easiest currency she'll ever earn. In a world of Tinder swipes and thirsty DMs, she's got more options than a Cheesecake Factory menu. So the mindset shifts. Why settle for one guy's attention when I can bask in the validation of 200?
Because if you don't feel in love, then who cares if he's the good guy?
Now commitment becomes this sacred thing, reserved for her perfect man, who, spoiler alert, doesn't exist. Meanwhile, she's not exactly abstaining from because some of the parts, well, we all know what parts those are. And just like that, welcome to the hookup culture, proudly brought to you by the female delegation. But here's the kicker. Check this out.
It's not doing casual anymore, babes, because I actually gained nothing from that. And it feels so much better now to treat myself like a prize. Like, do you know how lucky the person who finally breaks my celibacy streak is going to be? Oh my God. I feel sad for that girl. I feel sad for that girl who, for me, my past self, who was just sleeping with everybody because I wanted to feel something. I wanted to feel worthy. I wanted to feel loved. And it felt like a game. It felt like a game of how good I could put on a performance. And then afterwards, I always felt empty inside. I felt just empty and sad and disgusted by myself.
Boom! There it is. Emotional bankruptcy. So now, after running up the body count like a GTA rampage, she decides to flip the script and hit spiritual celibacy mode. Suddenly, her punani is a luxury item, now available for premium price. Sis, you can't return to the dealership after you've test-driven the whole fleet. Damn! The damage is done. The wear and tear, irreversible. And yet, here they are trying to rebrand like a failed influencer. The mainstream media still tries to clown men as incels. Meanwhile, these women are practically hobby-level prostitutes with broken hearts and nothing to show for it. So I ask you, if a man can't get sex and a woman only gets sex, who's really winning? It's not about the body count anymore. It's about the connection. And this is where our good friends Chad and Tyrone come in. Watch this.
And like, I'll literally look through the app. I'll be like swiping and just clicking X, because I only need to see someone's profile for about 0.3 seconds. I'll know immediately if I'm into them or not. And my friends are like, "You're going so fast. Like, stop. Take a look at their profile." I'm like, I don't need to. Look at the first photo. You think that's gonna intrigue me to swipe down more? Like, unless I see the photo and I'm like, whoa, I'm not swiping down to see the rest. Like,
maybe because I'm so pessimistic. I can't even say the word pessimistic. Yeah, I think I said it. Yeah. I'm so pessimistic about the dating pool, the men here. And I'm not the type of person who thinks all men are trash. I don't think that. But the men here, at least where I'm from, where I live, it's a no for me, man.
My question is like, where are the romance boys? What happened to longing and meaningful connections? Like, give me a freaking enemies to lovers trope or something. Like, what is this? When are we linking? You're so bad.
I don't feel safe.
I just threw up in my mouth.
I look around now and I realize that most of the couples I grew up comparing myself to don't actually have the thing I'm longing for anyways. I mean, yes, on paper, they're in a relationship, but to be clear, if I wanted any relationship, we could have done that by now.
I don't know. There's been people that have liked me or asked me out and I've not, it's the feelings haven't been mutual. And then there's been people that I have liked and they haven't liked me. So it's kind of, yeah, I'd say that's in reality probably just the main reason.
This is pure gold. These women, with different looks, different attitudes, and different delusions, all confirming the 80-20 rule like a red pill TED talk. Most men, invisible. If you don't have the jawline of a Greek statue, good luck. And remember, women are pack animals. They mimic each other. So when one girl thinks Chad is hot, the rest of the herd follows. Suddenly, Chad is swimming in choices and zero incentives to commit. Why would he? And let's be honest, even if a woman tried to use commitment as leverage, what's the actual benefit of locking her down? What value is she bringing? Check out these next clips. Straight up confessionals from delusional queens.
Oh wait, Loki, I'm the problem too. I forgot to touch on this part because I think self-awareness is like really important. So like, yes, acknowledging my weaknesses, period. When someone, when someone does show interest in me, I have walls built so high that it's like impossible for anyone to get close. Even some of my friends have told me about this and they're like, oh, I know you like don't want me in your life like that. And I'm like, huh, what? Like I do. I think that's just like a fear of vulnerability. I don't like letting people like see my weaknesses or whatever, like what? Because like my vibe, it's a corrupt vibe for sure, but it's definitely a vibe for sure. The more people you let in your life, that's more people who can
What's wrong with you? So what is wrong with me? Is it my disorganized attachment style? Probably. Fear of intimacy, possible demisexuality, hyper-independence, high standards, intimidating beauty and success, refusal to use dating apps, and insistence on a friends to lovers slow burn? Or is it simply that the love I'm looking for is a rare thing and cannot be rushed?
And I think if I'm going to be dating somebody, I want them to at least be as charismatic and caring and funny and healthy, have a healthy attachment style like Noah does in the show. I don't think that's too much to ask. And if you think it's too much to ask, then sorry, we're just on totally two different pages. But
this is where we meet the famous Noah, the fictional therapist boyfriend from that Netflix fantasy land. Nobody wants this. The perfect man who will accept her baggage, trauma, and inner crazy. With a smile, roll the tape.
This show might as well have been called An Emotionally Mature and Secure Man Gets in a Relationship with Emotionally Damaged Woman and Helps Her Get Through Her Trauma.
Red flag alert.
Because I truly believe that she was kind of a combination of both avoidant and anxious attachment styles, and he is just the most secure male character I have ever seen in my entire life. I think the reason why so many women are going absolutely crazy for the show and are like, oh my god, this is the dream man, is because he is emotionally stable and emotionally mature. To the point of not only being able to handle her whole crazy or her whole trauma, whatever you want to call it, whatever she needs to work through, but being able to help her through it as well. You know how usually in rom-com TV shows there is always a trope of a miscommunication. Someone said something, the other one didn't say something back, and the other one starts overthinking this. This could never happen here, because the way that this man communicates it's a masterclass. There is something so refreshing about seeing realistically a healthy relationship on screen. And yes, they still have problems, they still have things to work through, but in the end of the day, the way that they're communicating is so healthy and is just a joy to look at. And I think that's why it became so wildly popular, is because people are starved for these types of relationships. But yeah, 10 out of 10, loved it.
Who? No, no, no. She said people are starving for this kind of love. Correction. Women are starving. Starving for a prince charming to sweep them off their emotional roller coaster. Starving for a man to love them through the dysfunction.
It's not logic!
She's describing a woman who's unfit for any relationship. But instead of therapy, she's searching for Noah, the healer.
And you can self-sabotage all you want, but I think you should get over it. Because, Joanne, I'm on your side. I can handle you.
Run! Get to the chopper! Reality check. You don't deserve a unicorn just because you've been crying in the shower for 6 years.
I'm not a loser, right guys? Right guys? I'm not a loser, right?
What's worse is the mindset. I bring chaos, but I deserve peace. These women don't want love. They want a therapist with abs.
Can you make me feel good? Can you make me feel good?
Look, you don't have to feel sorry for these women. You don't even have to hate on them. Just don't get caught slipping, because if you start feeling bad, they'll start playing that violin. And next thing you know, your captain save a 304. These women want a boyfriend after they've lived their best life with every guy who didn't care. They want you to sign up after the damage, the trauma, and the experimentation. But a relationship isn't rehab, and you're not a redemption arc. So recognize the red flags early. Protect your time, your energy, and most importantly, your sanity. Because if she's never had a boyfriend, but plenty of situations, you just might be auditioning for a role in her next personal disaster.
Is that my issue? Is it control? Oh, okay. So that's... So yeah, that's my vibe. The inability to let people in makes you feel like an outsider. Oh.
Run! Get to the chopper!
Management, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.